Hi Leo,
Hello, Gabriel.
nice to have you here in Germany.
I'm happy to be here.
Who are you? Maybe you can tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Oh, of course. So, as you mentioned, my name is Leo Palma. I am the CEO of our Asian company located in Shanghai. I've been there already now since 2019, and beginning of this year, I took over the position as the CEO of Schnitzer Group Asia.
Yeah, so welcome at our office in Wangen. I would like to do a short Q&A with you to get to know you a little better and also the whole team in Asia.
Wonderful.
How large is this Shanghai team and why did we choose this location?
So we are 10 people located in Shanghai with an additional office in Thailand. So this is covering the whole Asian area. Why we chose this location? Of course, this is one of the most important markets for the supply chain. And with that, we can be supporting our customers for the whole area.
And why did we open another location in Thailand?
Well, this is exactly the fact due to the issue that most of the world faced during the COVID time, that everybody realized how dependent you are from the Chinese supply chain, and as an alternative, developing supplier market, Thailand seems to be the place to be. And with that, we are also going with our customers and moving also in this direction.
Yeah, makes sense. What types of projects are you managing in Asia, and how do trends like electrification and digitalization shape this landscape?
So, as most of the people probably know, we do cover mostly automotive projects. Within that, we cover everything you can imagine on parts, components for the cars, be it interior, exterior, engine parts. As you mentioned, electrification, so injected parts, injection molding, die casting, stamping, forming. We support a lot of projects when it comes to industrialization of optimized processes, specifically for battery cells, modules, for onboard chargers, or PCBA boards.
Yeah, so you work already in the electrification projects. I would like to come back to that later. What is the specific advantage that our customers gain from having a location from the Schnitzer Group in China or Thailand, as you said in the beginning?
So first of all is the very short reaction time. So we are mostly involved in very volatile projects. That means we have to act fast and be on site with our professionals where the actual action happens. That means with this positioning of our company, we can be within the whole Asian area on site within a very short amount of time and cover the projects and be other suppliers within roughly a day.
Yeah. How can I imagine that? What would it look like that if you have like a problem at a supplier in Germany or in Europe, and we know that the supply chain goes to China? How do we work with the German or the European colleagues together?
So often the case is that our, let's say, German customers face an issue. Let's say, for example, not sufficient components can be delivered from a supplier in the Asian area. And there's basically a black box. Currently, nobody is knowing what is happening, why do the parts not arrive in Germany, and we can react very fast. We can be on site, we can review the situation, we can check where the problems are and solve the situation, bring transparency into the project and lead it into the right direction.
And with what exact expertise do you support the customers to strengthen that global supply chain with your team in China?
Exactly. So here we face, of course, different kind of challenges with different kind of projects. So some projects require very technical expertise, where we have, of course, people who are very since decades involved in the processes like stamping, forming, injection molding, and of course die casting. So here those professionals can be at the process with the supplier, adjust the machine, optimize the tooling, and get out a proper quality of part. Not just the processes, technical wise, we are also involved with quality. That means we do have certified VDA auditors performing gap analysis or training the people to bring the customer's supplier to a level that is expected of him. And all of those things must be combined, of course. It's not just technical, not just audits. As a combination, we do have to be able to lead a project. And this is where the project management team comes into place with very experienced people. And specifically for those areas, we have people who do speak the native language. And this is a huge benefit to be able to tackle the challenges ahead.
Yeah, I imagine that having native speakers at your hand helps a lot, especially knowing the other side of the supplier. And yeah, communication is the key in
communication mindset. It's quite a difference than here in Europe.
Last question: could you give us an example of a project that demonstrates the added value that we give to our customer?
I think one of the best examples would be a very recent project where we had two parallel lines built up, one in China and one in Europe, that faced different kind of difficulties of achieving the part quality that is being defined. So what we could do is to organize a team here in China to go to the supplier in China and a team in Europe to go to the supplier in Europe, compare the lines, compare the processes, see the challenges each, let's say, location is facing, find out together what the issues are at hand, and bring a very quick solution to a problem that then leads to a successful assembly at the final location of our customer.
Yeah, I think this demonstrates quite well how fast we can react to problems, but also it's a bit on the cheaper side because you don't have to fly there.
Exactly, yes. So of course we're already there. There are no additional costs for travel or reduced costs. Of course we do have to travel inland, but we are there quick. We are very well connected within our organization, not just in China, but together to Europe and the US, also in Swiss and so on. So this brings a huge benefit when it comes to such complicated and complex projects.
Well, thank you very much, Leo.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay in Germany.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you, Gabriel.